We are on. I'm so happy to see you. I wanted to check in with you. Can you introduce yourself to our audience and tell us about your business there in Jersey City?
Sure. Hi, my name is Lizeth Morales, and I am the owner of El Gordo Restaurant located on 291 Central Avenue in Jersey City Heights, and we are a Peruvian cuisine eatery.
You're also one of my favorite restaurants in the whole wide world. But I want to know how this has affected your business since the COVID-19 crisis came about.
The first reaction for me was, okay, how do I still manage to keep running my business, right? Because, closing wasn't something that was right away in my mind, because it's the fact of, there's still, operations that I'm responsible for. And not as only that, but I'm still responsible for my team. And these, my employees depend on me. This is how they support their families. So, and at the same time, how do I do that while still keeping safe? What's important? Does it make sense? So it was just the first few days. It was just a lot of decisions. It was a lot of, trying to figure it out. I always say, if you're a small business owner, it's not like you have a lawyer on call, a PR team that, guides you how to best handle this. It's you're really just figuring it out yourself, but I think what definitely helps for me, I've always just been very transparent with my customers and very transparent with my employees. And my very first conversation with them, when we knew that they were enforcing the quarantine and for businesses to only do takeout and delivery, I said to them, I will keep the doors open as long as you guys feel comfortable and safe being here with me. And I will be here with you. Like, if this isn't something you guys don't want to do, then we will close and we will figure it out. So I've always from the beginning felt it was really important to have their support along with me. So that was just the first step. And that was something that came from my mother. My mother owns the Passaic location, so she told me, okay, we're doing this and we're going to be there, every day with them, because now more than ever, we can't abandon ship. That's always her motto. So yeah, it's really just been a mix of so many different emotions and just trying to figure out how to stay positive and how to still readjust the business. I think every business owner right now has had to sort of sit back and say, okay, if I'm going to stay open, how do I adapt to this new situation? What is the new plan in place?
And I know that you care so deeply about your employees and your customers. I just want to point out that I do follow you on social media, and I know that I am constantly just checking in on you and making sure everything's okay. But I want to point out that you have been doing so much good for other people, even though you find yourself in your own crisis of a certain degree. Can you talk to us a little bit about the food work that you've been doing for our first responders?
Sure. My cousin who works for Hackensack Hospital, one day I was leaving the restaurant and I was so edgy because, it had been such a slow day. And I was just feeling edgy myself. And I always say, this is always God's way of just communicating with you. I'm feeling just so grumpy and so edgy. I'm in a bad mood, and my cousin calls me and she needed a vent, and she's telling me about, how things are in the ER, what she's experiencing, her fears, her emotions, and she starts crying on the phone, and in that moment I was like, oh my God, Lizeth, there are people right now, I think it was the first time, I had knew that our health care professionals were in the front line, but, it was in that moment that I said to myself, oh my God, these people, not only are they risking their lives every day, but these are the emotions that they're going through every day. Here you're having one bad day today. These people are having a bad day every single day, and they're experiencing fear, and they're experiencing chaos, and they're experiencing sadness. What can I do to help? And that's when the idea just came about to me, because the first thing I'm like that old school grandma. Well, did you eat? I just feel I'm a foodie. Food always just cheers me up in some way. So, I said, what are you doing for food? I don't know. We talked about food, and I said, that's when the idea just kind of came about. And I said, if I can put together some meals to donate to these healthcare professionals, it can be a silver lining to their day. And then that just set off with me teaming up with organizations and, other local business owners. And I think that's been the beauty in doing this, because now, every week I'm working with different people. It's been I've had a chance to work with different business owners in the community and saying, okay, how do we help? I had a Dulce de Leche bakery, unfortunately they had to close. So they donated their produce to me, and they said, hey, we know you're donating meals. We're going to give you our produce so that you can add it onto the meal. So that, that was so helpful, because now I have produce and then my chicken, and, it becomes a great meal. So it was just natural. It came to me to just really want to help, because, again, no matter what I was going through, it was a place of gratitude that said someone out there is going through something just, through worse. And if I can help, why not?
And I know just hearing you and seeing you online, you're a feeder of the people. So you're going to keep feeding the people. And so this brings me to my biggest question of all, which is, if knowing everything that you know now, kind of weathering this storm, would you choose to remain a small business owner? Like, if you could do it all again, you're choosing a career again, would you still choose this? And if so, why?
Yes, definitely. It's crazy, because restaurant industry is one of the toughest industries out there. And there are days where I am like, but I would, I think it's you continue to have the ability, when you are small business owners, to still be so connected. And, although to be connected to your employees, to be connected to your community, to be connected to your customers, I sometimes think, because, I do want to grow. I have my vision for El Gordo to be a national Peruvian eatery. And I do think sometimes, like, okay, I want to make sure that I can do that without losing the foundation of what a small business is. And a small business, to me, always represents family.
I love that. Well, I just love speaking with you. I know that, we'll see you soon on the other side of this, but I really just wanted to get a chance to check in with you. I would love it if you could just tell people where they can find you.
Come check us out, 291 Central Avenue in Jersey City, or 295 Monroe Street in Passaic. We are El Gordo, and we are family owned, and we are here till the very end.
And in the meantime, you take good care, stay safe and healthy, and we will talk soon.
Yes, we will. We will. We definitely will. And I can't wait to have you and your team back, and we're going to enjoy some Peruvian food. And this time we'll even have some Peruvian beer.
I love it. Good. I love it. All right, Miss. I'll talk to you soon.
I'll take care. Bye.
Bye.